Another algorithm we have for searching is binary search, which is more efficient algorithm compared to linear search that we are going to prove in the third part, time complexity calculation. First of all, we have to see difference in method linear search, binary search compared with the linear search. And this searching method, by the name it is saying that searching binary. Like why it is named as binary means we know that it is 2. Here searching how it is performed is that taken list of values, and when a particular key is taken, when we are trying to search for the key in the list of values, every time what we do is that the list will divide it into two halves, and either half, any one half will be, half list will be taken for searching of that particular key in every pass. That's why it is named as binary search. So this will try to understand the method of binary search with an example, and we'll take the same example what we have taken in the linear search so that we can compare it with the earlier method. So it is 18, 30, 24, 15, 21. This is the list of values we have taken. It can be referred as A of 5, and the corresponding indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And binary search process, it requires mid to be calculated in this, for this particular list, because based on the mid the list will be divided into 2. And another prerequisite for binary search is that sorted list to be taken as input. Sorted list to be taken as input. So this particular list, if you sort it, we'll be getting 15, 18, 21, 24 and 30. This is the sorted list which is input for a binary search, and the indexes will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the mid calculation. For mid calculation, this index of the first element is considered as first, and the index of the last element is taken as last. And mid can be calculated using the formula mid equal to first plus last by 2. Here the integer part of this formula will be considered for knowing the mid. Here for this example, the first index is 0 and the last index is 4. 0 plus 4 by 2, it is 2. We are getting the mid value as 2 in the first pass, and this is our mid now. So based on this, as the binary search algorithm is saying that based on the mid, the list will be divided into two halves after comparing the key value with the mid position value. Here the mid position value is 21, and we can take the key value as, if we take the key value as 24, we'll see the iterations. So here mid is 2 and A of 2 is, in second position we are having the value as 21. Now we have to compare the key value with the mid value. So it is that A of I should be compared with A of mid is compared with key value. A of mid we have is 21, which is compared with 24, which is not matching, and we are getting the relation between these two as 21 is lesser than 24, which indicates that the key value what we have is having higher value than the mid. As we have taken the sorted list, as key is having more value than mid value, we can conclude that our key may be available in the second half of the list, this right part of the list. Now next step what we have to consider is only this right part of the list we have to take for search, and this key will be compared with the mid of this particular second half of the list. And in this possibility, taking the new list here, again we have to identify what is the value of first and what is the value of last. Here, position of this two position is available for us in the variable mid. So for this, or for our new list, the new first position is taken in terms of mid. It is mid plus 1 and the last will remain same. So now again we have to continue the same procedure of calculation of new mid for this new list. That is, index is 3 plus 4 by 2, which is 7 by 2, which is 3.5. You have to consider only the integer part. It will be 3. The mid position, now our new mid position is 3. Now again the same process. Now mid is 3, a of 3. A of 3 value what we have is 24. This is 24 and our key value is 24. These two we are comparing and we came to know that our key is available at 3 position. And here in this process, like we have performed 2 iterations. 2 times we have done list, dividing the list into 2 parts. But how many comparisons we made? First, the key is compared with the first mid value 21, and in the second iteration, our key is compared with the second mid value, that is third position. So with 2 comparisons, we could able to find the key value in the correct position. Okay. So this is the method. Now we see the algorithm for this. List size is n, and we have our first and last values, and this process has to be repeated until we are finding a list with 0 values. How it can be considered is, we have to consider the case like when this list here, as the list is reducing its size, this first is reaching its last value, or if you consider this side, this last is reaching its first index value. So which indicates that we have to consider the case first and last relation, as last reaches first or first reaches last. As long as this first is less than last, we have to repeat our procedure. Once it reaches the situation, out of that we have to stop it. So it is while first is less than last, we have to repeat it. So what you are going to repeat? We have to calculate mid using the formula first and last by 2, and then we have to compare this. This is taken into A array. So we have to compare, we have to say that A of mid is equal to key. If this is equal to key, we have reached our destiny, that key is found at the mid position. So we can write the code. Element is found at mid position. Element is found at the mid position, and we can make the flag made to 1 and we have to break from here. Else, if not a of mid is equal to key, we'll find two cases: a of mid is less than key or a of mid is greater than key. When a of mid is less than key, it indicates that key is there available in the right part. If it is the case a of mid is greater than key, we can understand that the key is available in the left part of the list. So considering that, else if a of mid is less than key, our first and last values will be changed according to the consideration of new list. Here new list will be second part, so our first will become mid plus 1 and we have to repeat our procedure. Else if a of mid is greater than key, key may be available in the left part, so we have to see that last will be changing. Last is mid minus 1 and first will remain same. So through this we will be identifying, once we reach the state, this particular, if a of mid is equal to key and flag is 1, element will be found. So once after this loop is completed, we have to go for the second case, element is not found. So based on this flag value, as flag is taken initially as 0, now once this loop is completed, we have to check whether flag is 1 or not. If flag is not 1, if flag is 0, we can conclude that element is not there in the list. So this is how binary search process is done, and this is the algorithm for it. And coming to the third part of it, time complexity analysis. Time complexity. So here for binary search algorithm time complexity calculation, here we can observe this process is happening recursively. Repeatedly the same thing is happening. Mid we are calculating and we are finding the new list and we are trying to compare key with mid position element, and this is recursively happening. And this particular time complexity, it varies based on the number of elements that are there in the list. So when you consider the list size as n, and the list size is n based on that. So here in order to calculate the time complexity for binary search, we have to go for first of all identifying a recursive relation, and by solving that recursive relation we can get the time complexity. For that here, so this T of n, time complexity for n values, n list size. So here what is that we are doing for the first step? When you observe this, after taking the sorted list, we are calculating mid, and this A of mid is compared with the key. So number of comparisons when you observe, in the first pass key is compared with the mid. So it is that one comparison we are doing. After that one comparison, we are dividing the list into two halves, and only one half of the list is considered for the next iteration. So it is that here if you observe number of elements as n, after dividing the list into 2, number of elements in the list will become n by 2. In the second level, this half list with n by 2 size is taken. So here in the time complexity recurrence relation, we'll get T of n equal to the time complexity of that half list, which is n by 2, and just for one comparison we have already considered this one time unit. Again when you go for the next level iteration, this one comparison as it is, it will be there. When you are doing binary search for this n by 2 list, again the key element should be compared with the mid element of this n by 2 list. For that again we are making one more comparison, and after that once mid is identified and once we came to know that whether key is there in the left part of the list or right part of the list, only either left part of the list with n by 4 size or n by right part of the list with n by 4 size will be considered. So we'll get here it is T of n by 4. Like this, if this continues for up to the last iterations, we'll be getting this equation as this n, and this part every time we are getting half of the list. So it is, we can consider that in terms of multiples of 2. So it can be written 2 power k plus, as it repeats for k number of times. So here if you take from this numerator and denominator, we are getting n equal to 2 power k, and this, as long as the number of iterations are continuous, this 2 power k will be equals to n, and the number of elements in the list becomes only 1, near to 0. So it is that we'll get the expression, we can assume n equal to 2 power k. So both sides if you apply log, it will be log n equal to log 2 power k. So both sides if you apply log 2, we are getting this log n equal to, this will be k log 2 base 2. This expression value is 1, so that we are getting k equal to log n, wherein this n is the size of the list and this k is the number of iterations we have passed. So this thing if you substitute in this expression, this will be T of 1, which is equal to 0, because when there are only one element in the list, it takes only 0 search time, and this remaining part it is k, and we have got k as log n. So this expression finally it gives us the expression log n. So we have got T of n equal to log n, and the order of time complexity we can write it as order of log n. This is the time complexity for binary search. And for linear search, we have seen the time complexity as order of n, and now for binary search, the time complexity as order of log n. Here we can clearly prove that binary search is taking very less time for its search. So we can say that we can conclude that binary search is more efficient search algorithm when compared to linear search.